What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm William. It's January 29th. It's Monday. It's the last week of the month. And it's only 6 more days until maybe technology changes. We'll see. Anyway, welcome to today's stream. Obviously, I'm working. I had a bit of a late start. I woke up with an extreme headache. And I think it has a lot to do with what was happening last night. I think a couple transformers blew up in different times of the day. I tried to record some of it. So let's just say I was woken up and couldn't go back to sleep at around 3 a.m. this morning. So I didn't get enough rest. Anyways, I still kind of got a slight headache, but we'll get into it anyways. So here's the screen. I already have a few things up. I'm working on documentation, but specifically I'm working on not what I've been working on. I've decided to take a break from that for probably all of this week. And instead what I'm going to be focusing on is our API documentation. And I'm going to show you the state of that right now. And part of what I'm going to do, at least for the next hour or so, is go through and kind of collect or, think about all the things that need to get changed and kind of put together a mini project or of such. Email documentation. Wait a minute. Okay, so looks like I don't have documentation. Yeah, all right. So the project is probably misnamed, but I have a few items here. But what I want to do is kind of fill this out so that I can give some transparency to some other folks who may be interested in, the state or the progress of our API documentation. So with that, we'll go ahead and kind of get into it. See how this all works out. Why is it hot all of a sudden? I actually just came, before I started this, I went downstairs to move my motorcycle. I think somebody tried to steal it because it's hard to get the key in. So some I got to go deal with now. I hate dealing with stuff. All right. Yeah, I want to get the stream manager up on Twitch. All right. So let's take a look at this briefly. I've already kind of captured some notes somewhere, except it was on my other laptop. I'm not going to go get it. We'll kind of start over from scratch because I remember some of what needs to change. So starting from the top, I don't know what this is called, but the description of each one of these API endpoints, I want to offer a little bit more discussion about what this endpoint is, why you may want to use it, what are some of the things that are possible, as well as give a little bit of, kind of offer a little bit of guidance on how to use the document itself. And some other things that I've noticed is that, and I'll have to go and show it in README to really make it make sense. But for now, we'll stick to the right. One of the things that I need to do is fix these things here. So some of these body params are actually not body params. Certain things are path params. Certain things are query params. So yeah, I need to go and fix that. Other things that I'm kind of gonna touch on is this response object. To me, this is not enough information to just say response body JSON and not give the shape. Same with this, I would like to know what's the error message that I should expect to receive, that kind of thing. So I'll be filling out this at a high level to think about what needs to change. So let's go and start with create notification. We may as well start at the top. Actually, no, I said I was going to start with the user stuff. I promised someone I would start with user stuff. So we're going to start with user stuff. So because of that, let me go to create user so that we have one-to-one mapping over here. Let me open up Slack too. It's already open, but put it in focus. Okay, all right, we're good. Yeah, let's put the preview here. All right. So this is what I was getting at, where in README, and obviously in all HTTP land, there is a concept of a path parameter or query parameter, body parameters, all that kind of stuff. We do overload params a little bit too much, in my opinion. But that's not a me thing or a us thing. That's just in tech in general. So how do I know what's a path param versus what's a query param versus what's a body param? Well, for one, if this were a GET request, there wouldn't be body params because you can't have a body on a GET request. Now, how do I determine whether or not it's a path or a query param? Well, that's, I just look here, right? So if I happen to see this right here, this tells me, hey, this is a path parameter. However, if I were to see something like this right here and be like, I'll just say Q equal 1, well, Q would be a query parameter. And in certain cases, these were not correct. Now, I've already changed this, so that's why it's correct now. But we need to do this and be consistent across everything. So that's going to be the first line item I add to my little project. So yeah, we have snippets. I'll do that later. All right, so this task is to correct or update and correct API params. I really don't know. I don't know how to explain what this is. But I will put a description here, and then maybe I can figure out. Maybe I'll use ChatGPT to suggest a task note, like a one-liner for what this is. So here's the thing. I've reviewed our API docs and have found that we miscategorize, I guess. Categorize. I misspelled the hell out of that. All right, how about this? We'll just say we don't categorize. How about that? Do I even know how to spell categorize? I do. Look at that. All right, so I've reviewed our API docs and found that we don't categorize query slash, well, I'll start, query slash path slash body params correctly. All right, so this task is about getting these, basically updating these so that they are now in the right place. So I'll say need to update all endpoints to reflect the correct usage of params. All right. Sure, whatever. We'll rephrase. Don't care. Wait, well, okay. All right. Maybe I do care because it's going to keep suggesting. I should have just read it. All right. Read our API. I found that we categorize body params correctly. I need to, we're going to keep params. I need to update all the endpoints. Yeah, cool. So here's the priority on this. This is going to be a high priority for me. No one's telling me that this is high priority. I'm just deciding for myself that it's going to be high priority. And of course, I'm going to be the one to do it. And my focus is to get this done this week. So yeah, we'll do that. Next thing is the descriptions for these. I want better descriptions. So we'll go ahead and add this. So we'll say update param descriptions. So we'll just say review all param descriptions. I'm gonna say excluding body. All right, update non-body param descriptions. I'll separate out the body because body stuff is a lot more to deal with. So we'll say review all param descriptions, and I don't know, just update to have correct grammar and appropriate amount of detail. Help if I can spell things. All right, cool. All right, and I'm gonna also give this a medium priority. And we'll mark this as, we'll leave it as such. Courses for me. I'm not gonna mark this as a due date because I don't actually know. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. There are a lot. We have a lot, right? So what I may end up having to do is, as I do one, I'll keep notes of these so that we can be consistent. So I'll just add that in here. So also ensure, I don't know, duplicate. Ensure params used across endpoints have consistent descriptions. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to have to go out of the tool to do this. I'm going to have to essentially copy this into a document. And whenever I see app ID or something like that, I just go get the right thing. Oh, another thing that I need to do is the types and typings. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else but me right now. This task. Update incorrect API param docs. We'll call this correctly categorize params. Endpoint params. Okay, and then I also need to have another one for update body param descriptions. And we'll make this a medium priority. Of course, it'll be me doing this. And effectively, it's this right here. It's the same thing. So I'll just kind of copy and paste it. Okay. All right. The other thing that I want to do is I want to focus in on responses as well. So I want to verify. So verify all endpoints contain correct responses. Okay, so not all of our endpoints have the responses they can return. Document it. Nor do they have I don't know, like a body or something like that, like details on the actual object themselves. Okay, all right, so this will also be a low or medium for me at the moment. I'll go ahead and put it to me. The other thing is these call outs. So I gotta clean up call outs. We don't consistently, it's not even about consistent. It is consistent, but like we kind of litter our docs with these. All right, so we'll say review to remove as many of these as possible, and update the content inside these callouts. To reflect. Update the content inside these callouts to be more accurate. Some of this stuff is old. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna mark this as a low priority. I mean, it's something that needs to get done, but I'm more interested in making sure that people can actually use it first, and then we can get into, making this nicer. Like, do we still need to call out that this is user model? And if so, maybe we have a better way of doing that. Okay. And honestly, some of this, like a lot of this seems simple, but here's the honest truth. For some of this stuff, I am going to have to go into our code base, and I'm not going to do that here on this screen. I have several screens here, by the way. I'm going to do that on another screen. So in the future, maybe this week, you may see me like glancing off to the side. It's me looking at the code to actually see what's happening, because like I'm documenting the system itself. And yeah, unfortunately, I had to go look at the code to do that. I guess it's not that unfortunate, but I don't like looking at code. I don't like, well, I do. It's fine. I don't know. I'm just complaining. All right. So you see here that this has a body, all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that all of these are correct. And do I have the snippets? Yeah, I have the snippets here. This is a high priority right there. So each of these snippets, I need to make sure that we include snippets for all of the platforms that we support. The issue, I don't really like calling it an issue, but it is that I'm gonna have to use some of these things in the language because they're not all. Sometimes the documentation isn't accurate, even in the SDK. So I'll be fixing that as well, I think, over time. All right, I think I have a pretty okay, for now, high-level plan for this mini project that I'm calling API docs. And import email is done. Technically, this is done. I'll mark that off later. And then from there, it's just these two other high-level things. And yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm starting from the create user, so let's look at create user and kind of get a feel for how this is working, or how this is. For number one, we have this call out saying that we're using the user model documentation. Maybe it's more appropriate to put that here. And let me show where this comes from. One of the things that is a little weird about README is that in the editor, which is what we're looking at on the left, what you'll notice is that the content, or like the things that are important, there basically is different, right? So here's all of the stuff that's at the top, but over here it's on the bottom. So it's like opposite. It's really weird. So if you want to see what the thing does, you have it here. So create a new user and all that kind of stuff, and then here. So like I was saying, we're only focused on this particular task right now. Let me pull that up. Let me say that I'm working on that. Update here. This is what I'm working on right now. So we'll say working. All right. So this is all about making sure that all of these are correctly categorized. The one signal app, something, yeah. Okay. Another thing that I need to do is confirm, or just like review all links and ensure they work. Oh, yeah. All right. So I'll just say some of the descriptions in our docs include links to other pages. These need to be reviewed to confirm they still work, and or point to the right thing. Okay. Oh, wait. Did that? No. What? Okay. Apparently command enter will complete. That's silly. Okay. Next, we have body params. And this is what I was getting at, where the only way to really know is to look at the code. So I'm going to open up another window here. Oh, wait, what? Whoa. What just happened? Wait, what? I don't even care. I'm gonna just close it. I'm done with it. Let's open up another window and we'll go to GitHub. If I can spell today, maybe. Oh, and I have product feedback that I need to do. I'm not gonna do it now, but I need to do it. Oh, shit, was literally right there. All right, let me move this off screen. this is create user. Yeah, part of this is going to be actually finding. Most of it is going to just be finding the code, but I think some of the stuff is in the same places. All right, go to app, controllers. Users controller. All right, found it. Okay, and in here we have, wait a minute, for whatever reason, oh, okay, there it is. Okay, so we have edit, show, update, destroy apps, allow to delete. This is create, so we need, I don't see create. User find, yeah, I definitely don't see it. I would have expected to see the create user inside of this file that I'm looking at that you can't see. So it looks like I may have to reach out to one of the engineers to see where's this stuff at, if it's not where I expect it to be. Unless I'm looking at the wrong branch. Maybe I am. Let's see. All right, tags. Let's get tags. No, I definitely don't see it. Okay, so let's go to the user data team and see if they can tell me what file all this stuff is in. User, product user model. Is it not user data team? I thought it was user data. Did they change the name of the team? Team user data. Okay, there we are. Let's go back to the file that I was looking at just now. All right, go here. All right, so hopefully I'll get a response sooner rather than later. For now, I'm just gonna move on, right? Because I'll just move on for now. Yeah, I'll move on for real. So we'll go ahead and click not save because I shouldn't have made any changes. Next thing is here. So we have a path parameter of app ID. We have a path parameter of alias label, and we have a path parameter of alias ID. And we have here path param, path param, path param. So we're all good. Yep, so I can move on from here. And for what it's worth, I'm doing this on every endpoint. I'm just starting with user because that's the one that I promised one of the PMs that I would focus on first. Next, we have update user, we have app ID, alias label, and we have, yep, we're good. Except this is weird. Oh, wait, oh, what? How does it, wait, whoa, I'm confused. So it says string, which that's accurate, but then here this says string and then it says one signal ID. Oh, okay, here's another issue. All right, I've closed the sign like a dumbass. Right, let me open it again. So the other thing is update default values across all params. So So I'll say many of our params have default values, or actually no, we're using default values as a stand-in for documentation. This is wrong, so they need to be removed. And then I can say example values should be in the description. All right, and I got a response already. Perfect. Okay, let me prioritize this. I will put this as a low priority, and this is for me again. Yeah, all right, cool. I got a response, and that'll be in Turbine actually, as with the rest of the user model endpoints. Ah, okay, all right. Oh, it's in Go too. Okay, all right. So our app is in a few different languages. I think. Don't listen to me. I actually don't know. But I do know some things. I'm not completely clueless. I know we have Rust, we have Go, we have Ruby on Rails, and we have TypeScript, JavaScript stuff. Those, and obviously we have Swift, Objective-C, Kotlin, Java. Yeah, there's some other crap there, but all right, I got the thing that I needed. Let me make sure I open this, not on this screen, but over here. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not showing any of my company's proprietary code. So if you're like, oh, I want to learn how to code, well, go watch the tutorial. I'm not showing our company code. All right, so we have create user. All right, we have the class. Oh no, it's a struct. Okay, type create user. It has a subscription connection. Okay. Now where is the actual handler? Oh, here we are, handler. Okay, you create user handler. Interesting. Is you a generic? I'm going to assume that you is a generic. I really don't know. But that has a response writer, a request, the router, params. Okay, so we have params, P, and then our middleware. All right, we're creating a span. We parse the request. We check to see if there are any errors. If so, we are going to write a 400. Request identity, no. Okay, so I guess that means that it actually is a user, I guess. Yeah. All right, yeah. So we check to make sure that the person's actually logged in, or authenticated rather, probably not logged in. And then request properties. Okay, so request properties are not null. All right, so we'll then move on. So we have app ID. That's coming from the request. App ID. How is? Wait a minute. Create user. App ID. Oh, that's interesting. So it seems like in Golang, things that are part of the path are just on the request somehow, maybe. I don't know. All right, so we record app ID if available. Okay, app get status. Render app status for unavailable. Okay. The error is not equal to null. We're going to do a 500. All right, we have identity. All right, we have identity. Request identity is not equal to null. So now I got to figure out what is the type of identity. And here's why I need to figure that out. This thing right here says that it's an object. Hash. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, sure. And then it says it's an identity object. All right, let's go to the definition of an identity object. Is it just identity? All right, so that has an external ID. So let's confirm that that is indeed all an identity object is. That says alias. Alias. It's kind of hard to read over here. I'm going to move it to my other monitor. So this monitor on my left side is vertical. So it's easier for me to kind of, yeah, it's a little bit easier for me to not have to look left and right too much. This other monitor on my right is 27 inches, but it's like it hangs off way the hell over there. I don't like looking that far to my left. Let me move this over to here. Okay. I wish it wouldn't highlight anything like it's doing. Highlight identity. Okay. Identity user object. It just says JSON identity, but it doesn't really. Oh, here we are. So an identity object is a one signal ID or a map of aliases. Okay. So I'm gonna add both of these, and I'm gonna have to ask others. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask others, like, why is this so different? One signal ID. That is going to be a string, but it's a special kind of string. It's actually a UUID. Although I don't think that this thing has a concept of, yeah, it doesn't, unfortunately. Okay. And then, yeah, you see this default. We don't want to put anything. We would put a description here. And then the next one is aliases, which is a map of string to strings. So we'll say aliases. Aliases. Oh wait, I'm tripping. One signal ID is not required. Oh wait. Wait, which one is which? Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand that. All right, so we'll do aliases, and that's going to be a map. We have aliases. I'm a little confused because I don't understand what JSON colon and then quote minus quote means. I do understand what JSON colon quote one signal underscore ID means. So I got to figure out what the hell this means. I have no idea. And I'm going to use ChatGPT to figure that one out, or Perplexity, or whoever I'm using. I don't know. I'm going to use something. What did I just do? Okay. What does the following Go property do? Actually, I don't know. What does the mean in this Go snippet? It indicates that the field should be ignored by the package that's using the tag. In this context where it appears to be used with JSON related tag, it means that this field should be ignored by the JSON marshaller or non-marshaller. This prevents the field from being included when the struct is converted to JSON or when JSON is parsed into the struct. Okay. I don't understand why we would want that in this particular case. Oh, is this only about output? So aliases is definitely being parsed, which is that's the thing that's confusing me. I'm just like, wait a minute, like how is this? Oh, I think I might understand what's going on. So, in order to kind of explain what my intuition is, I'm doing this mostly for me because I do watch my own streams. What I think is happening is, let's do a new file. So let's say we have some JSON. We'll look for JSON, and there should be like a JSON creator thing. No, maybe no. I guess not. All right. Well, let's assume we have the following JSON. We have A, and then we'll just say that this is true. We'll do something like this, or we'll use the actual things. We'll say one signal ID, and then we'll say something like ID, and then we can have these other things. So I can say that this would be alias A, this would be A, and we'll just kind of copy that a few times. That's too many times. All right, so what I'm thinking is going to happen with this snippet of code is that when I do this JSON, so we'll do JSON colon that. What I think is happening is that this is going to get put into aliases. And what do I mean by that? Well, aliases, I think would equal this right here. It'll be alias, basically these two things. It'll be that. So I'm thinking that if it just picks up every other thing instead of picking a particular property. That has to be it. So now that I know that, I need to figure out some way to like document that. See how I can do that. So this is why this is a little weird or confusing. It's because technically, like this whole identity object is going to have just the one signal ID first, and then it can have many other parameters, but they're all optional. We don't know what they are. You know, they can be whatever. The main user ID to identify the user. No, this isn't. No, that's not it actually. Okay, identity object. So what I need to do is somehow explain. But I'm not gonna do that now because remember, my goal is just to get these organized and make sure they're right. So for now, I mean, this is kind of right, kinda. It's got the high level things, and I think I'm gonna stick with just high level things. Let me confirm now, make sure I'm done. So we have the identity object, we have that. We have properties, property deltas. User property object. Wait, no, that's different. This says user properties object. But then when I look in the definitions, there's also a property deltas. What I see in the code base is property deltas. I don't see properties. Let me see if there is a properties. Properties. All right, there is a properties object. So there's a properties objects and a properties delta. Okay, so let's see, property object, user properties object. Okay, that is tags, language. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Okay, so tags, language, time zone ID, lat, long, country, first active, last active, purchases, and IP. Okay. Tags is a map. Okay. All right. Remember, I'm not worried about the descriptions at this point in time. Language is a string. And this is the one correct use of a default value that I've seen so far. Is that we will have EN. That is the default value. Okay, time zone ID. I guess we default to West Coast time. All right. Yeah, all of this looks good. Okay. So next is subscriptions. All right, let's go and look at subscriptions. Make sure that that's all right. Man, this is not a pleasant experience. Like, what the hell? I shouldn't have to do this many clicks to be able to understand. Like, I don't like modals at all. Anyways, first thing first, there is an ID, but I don't see that here. There should be an app ID, a type, a token, enabled, notification types, unless this is not the right thing. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Subscriptions. Now I'm looking for a subscription object. Or am I? Maybe I'm not. Let's look for subscriptions. Subscriptions. Yeah, I don't see a subscriptions. I only see a subscription object. You know what? I think I might get why some of the stuff isn't here. Kinda like the ID. I think that we would do the ID, but I would expect to see like an omit or something like that. So type, app ID, and ID should be the things that are required. Let's look at this and see if that's even in here. So we have type, that's here. And type is whatever subscription type is. All right, I don't see the app ID. Now, I think I may understand why it won't be here. It's technically because it exists, you know, over in the thingamajig. But if this is a subscriptions object, it should be the subscriptions object. So let me go ahead and rename. Oh, it literally says subscriptions, but it should just say subscription. Unless, oh, it's an array. Okay, that's why. Okay, it's an array of subscription object. Yeah, even the name is still, yeah, the name is a poor name. So we're gonna can I not rename it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, seriously? How do I? All right, I gotta figure out how to do this. This can't be the only way to do this. I refuse to believe that this is, I can't edit a definition. Your API definitions. Some of these are I don't even understand why some of these are here. Like this right here, this shouldn't exist. Yeah, look, okay, this sucks. I had to just make it, what? And it, what? What? They're using the default alert? Oh my gosh, what the hell is this? What is this? Subscription object. Wow, this is terrible. I'm gonna have an ID. I'm not even gonna bother with descriptions right now. I'll do that some other day. We'll have an app ID. The fact that I had to take my hands off my keyboard every single time to add a new one, this seems like this hasn't been well thought out. Enabled. Yeah, that's enabled. Okay. Notification types. No. Wait, is enabled a Boolean? Yeah, it is. All right, so notification types. It's really important that I read exactly what it has, even if there is a typo. If there's a typo, there's two things that I'm gonna have to do. Number one is I'm gonna have to replicate the typo in the docs. Number two is I'm probably gonna end up submitting a PR to fix the typo. And then I have to then keep track of it. So I'll have to add it like somewhere to kind of keep track so that when it is fixed, I know to go back to the docs to update that. All right, so notification types. I don't know why that's plural, but okay. It's an integer. This is a Boolean. All right, and next we have session time. And that is a int 64, but I don't know if we have different levels of ints. So we'll just make this a regular integer. Or actually, technically, it would be a long, but given that this is an API, I'm going to try to avoid using long and like, yeah, I'll try to avoid using that. I'll just set it as integer, even though technically it is a long, but yeah, whatever. We don't have that. Like, not all languages have like a long type. All right, we have session count. Look at that. Tab doesn't actually focus this. That's silly. It should. All right, we have the SDK, which is a string. And is it, yeah, it's just SDK, and then device model. That is a string as well. Device OS, what's a flex string? It says it's a util. Let me go look at that. Util go. Flex string will accept more value. Oh my God, seriously? I need more space. I need to move it back to over here. Okay, what did I just do with it? Did I just lose? Did I just lose a browser window? What the fuck? All right, I am very confused. How did I just lose an entire browser window? Oh my gosh, I don't, oh my. Oh, I want to punch something. Yeah, I have lost the browser window. I tried to move it and then it just went away. This is fun. Okay, so we'll accept more values as a string than a normal string. Flex string will accept more values as a string than a normal string. Past as string. Okay. I definitely don't understand why we create a type called flex string that is a string and a boolean that just says pass a string. I don't understand, and I think I need to understand if I'm I'm supposed to document this. All right, I will just ask one of the engineers. All right, so for now, I'm just going to call it a string. It says it's a flex string, but I don't know what that means. That's like some made up thing I've never heard of. So I'll move on. Where was I? So we were on device OS. Now we're on, oh, there's a flex bool. What the, what's a flex bool? Flex bool. Let's do the next one. We have rooted. I don't know. Just call it a. Yeah, I guess it's a boolean. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I've never heard of a flex bool or a flex string. Next thing, I'm gonna see a flex int. I don't know what a flex int is. I don't see that. I'm just saying. I'm just being facetious. Let's see. Test type is an integer. It's a true integer. It's an int32 integer. But it's, like, I guess if you're on a 64-bit machine, all integers are 64-bit. Let's type app version. halfway think that I should be working with, I guess I am going to be doing this. I'm going to be working with the different engineering teams to help them document this stuff. App version, string. It says flex string. I'm going to just call that a string. And there's a net type. Which is an int. A carrier. Yeah, that spelled that right. Web auth, which is a string. All right, so the rest of them are strings. All right, cool. So then we have web p256, which is a string. All right. Okay. ID is not a do not omit. You can't omit it. So I'll just put required app ID. I'm gonna put required type required. I'm only using required because it doesn't say omit empty. I'm assuming that just means that it has to be there. I really don't know, but it's the best I can do for now. And none of these are documented in the code, so I will have to figure out descriptions for the next task. Go ahead and save that. And then we'll say that this is an array of objects, but it's going to be an array of subscription objects. And we'll go ahead and click save. And let's refresh over here. Okay, so subscriptions, let's look at it. There we are. So I understand why another one was created. Wait, type? Wait a minute. Where did this value come from? On type, where did that come from? iOS push. I didn't put that here. We're looking at everything that I've done. Where is this coming from? Use example value, iOS push. What? I am confused. I didn't put that there. I also didn't put token. Where is this coming from? Any subscription included in this request are created, transferred, or transferred. This is exactly what's in here. This is confusing. Like I really don't understand like what's happening. Where is this coming from? Maybe if I delete it and do it again. Yeah, where is this coming from? Use example value iOS push. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I refresh the page while also not taking from cache. Maybe that was cached. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna have to ask someone on the doc team if they can explain. Look at this. It even resizes. What the hell? What in the world is this? Oh my gosh. I thought this was going to be simple. It would be simple if the tools weren't trash, but this is not a great tool. All right, we'll go to type first. Yeah, where I have no default value. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it didn't take the screenshot? What the hell? I gotta take that screenshot again. We'll delete this one. I need this to be open, so we'll open up. Oh, it was open. I don't know. Nothing. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna move on. I'm at a point. I don't even care if it's wrong. It's the tool. At a certain point, like the tool is trash. So I don't even know if I care anymore. Let's move on to identity. Technically, there is no external ID on the identity object, but there can be other. There could be other aliases. This object, see, like you can't even see all of the text This is not good. How are you supposed to, yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. Like any tool where I have to use a better tool or real tools to actually do the job, it's like, what's the point of the tool other than to waste my time and make my life more difficult? This object identifies the target user for this API call. Okay. Only one user can be targeted at a time. If the request's aliases identify multiple users, the request's aliases, an error will be returned. Okay, any alias that does not that do not currently exist will be added. Okay, I'm not gonna. All right, we'll move on. I keep forgetting I'm not supposed to be worried about descriptions right now. It's hard for me to ignore things that are bad, but I'm gonna move forward. Let's make sure that the user properties are correct. User properties object. Okay, where's my code? User properties. No, that doesn't exist. User properties. Okay. Oh, it's just called properties object. Okay. Okay. User tag object. All right, let's see what a user tag object is. This is really weird. Okay, sure. I guess it's just going to be modals popping up after modal after modal. That's a great experience. So it's just a key and food. What? Okay. No. How do I cannot wait, what? Okay, all right. Is it not possible to not have? How about if I just do this file and then go, okay. Let's add another body param right quick just to see if it's going to enforce that. Yeah, so how do I, on here, this property, whatever, how do I not have anything? I can't delete it. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Oh shit, it's 4. Okay, I was like off work. I'm sorry, me and time, we don't really exist. How are your messages popping up? Wait a minute. Your messages are now popping up in the stream. I wonder if YouTube has now fixed this thing where now I can get YouTube comments in my stream. Cause I can always get Twitch comments in my stream. Can you send a few comments, just like, I don't know, just random shit. You don't have to say anything useful. Just like put like a AAB, put some emojis. I want to see if I have some stuff that's running on a server. I don't talk about all these things. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes to make the stream interactive. It's just you don't see people interacting. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it works now. So I've had this set up for a year and a half, and it's always worked for Twitch, but it never worked for anything else. I'm gonna ask you to do it again. Not yet though. Don't do it yet. Let me open up the chat box right quick. I want to make it bigger or zoom in somehow. How do I don't even know how to zoom in. Never mind. It's just realizing I don't know how to. Maybe I do know how to make it bigger. Let's see. Edit widget, more options. Yeah, okay, never mind. I would have to go into the server, which I don't feel like I'm not doing that now. I'm at work. I'm working on more important shit, but I had to go into the server to get that to work the way that I want. It would be so awesome if I can like just see what's here. I shouldn't have to do what I'm doing, where it's like I click manage definitions and then I have to go and find it again. This is incredibly slow. Yeah, and this right here, like this tags, this is wrong. But I don't know how to fix it because, you know, why? I don't even know. Oh my God, I don't know. It's just, is very infuriating right now. I'm gonna call it tag for now. And the fact that the UI keeps jumping around is terrible. Who thought this was a good idea? Like, I'm just curious, like who thinks it's a good idea to have a UI that's constantly switching shit around and growing and shrinking, and like every time you click on something, the whole UI shifts? Who thought that this was a good idea? So I'm gonna have tag, and then because of silliness, I had to use my mouse to do all this. Why can't I just have a cardinality or a number where I'm just like, all right, 1, 2, and why do I have to do this BS? This is stupid. So in order to get just an object, and it still has this whatever the hell that means. I don't even know what this means. But I had to create a new one with a different name, do the thing that I wanted, move it up to the original spot, and then I can delete the other one, and then I can rename the one that I created. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is why the tools you choose can have such a profound impact on the success or failure of a particular project. Because this right here is just, this is too much friction. It shouldn't be this difficult to do something that simple. All right, let's save. Let's see if I've broken everything or not. So now we can go into properties. Wait, was I not looking at properties? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm gonna have to just accept that this is gonna be slow. Or they're gonna have to accept it. I mean, I get paid the same regardless, I guess. So there's that. All right, so I'm noticing that this tags isn't here. Maybe I could just say raw JSON input. There we are. It has to be string to string. Okay. See, here's the problem though. I don't have any way to enforce this. Obviously, you know, I have the example that is string to string, but you know, when we say JSON input, technically this is JSON too. Like this is JSON, but I don't think it would like this. This is also JSON, but I want to say our data tags have to be, it's not technically JSON. It's a map of string to string. It's just that this tool doesn't have the concept of any of that kind of thing. All right, let's see what mixed is. What's that do? No idea. Okay, that was not helpful at all. I would have expected to see a doc that has the word mixed in it pop up, because according to their product that we're looking at, according to their product, I can select mixed. Of course, I don't actually know what this means. It's not labeled. It's just like a select this thing. We don't know what it is. So I have no way of searching for it in the docs because it's not labeled. Let's see, raw JSON maybe. Maybe I can find that. Maybe it'll be in the same place. The fact that I have to search for other things and hope that I can find something else tells me that maybe, you know, maybe things can be done better. Yeah, it doesn't give me any information about what raw JSON is. So, well, I'll just move on. I'll just deal with it. Yeah, I'll just move on. What am I working on? Docs. Well, at least I'm trying to work on docs. I'm now discovering that this is going to take a long time. So I'm going to share this, at least this segment, with my manager so that she understands, like, this is going to take me a while. And it's not because of that I had to go look at code. It's not because I had to work with other engineers. It's not because I don't know what's going on. It's 90% due to the tool slowing me down. Generally, when I'm on, like when I was on my own, like, you know, I don't believe in wasting my time. So if any tool doesn't support my need, it's immediately. You know how they say you want to fire fast? I'm like that with tools. Like if a tool isn't meeting my needs, I get rid of it immediately. I don't even try to make it better. Cause it's just like life is too short for mediocrity, in my opinion. I don't like mediocrity in any form. And look at this, like, I know this is turning into a rant on why is the UI shifting every single time? Why can't I see all of the information? How come I have to copy this out into another tool to be able to see whatever is in here, right? Like, I don't understand why I need to do that. Or another thing, This feels like a hackathon project where they learn about placeholder, the placeholder attribute on an HTML element, and they're using that thinking that that's the thing that you should do. It's very well understood in user experience design that you don't use this right here. You create a label because accessibility. Let's just pretend that some people have to use a screen reader, or let's just pretend that some people don't know what the hell your UI is doing. So when I look at this and I'm coming over to here, sure, I can intuit what this is because I've been doing this for a long time, but we really don't have any idea what these things mean or what you're supposed to do with it. And because there's no label, it makes it hard to search because I don't know what this concept is called. I mean, I do now because, obviously, but I shouldn't have to spend a year and a half working with a tool to actually kind of understand some of the stuff that it's doing. And I'm not saying that I really understand it. I don't, but some of the things I can kind of get by with. Or take this, for instance. Why can't I see what this object hash type is supposed to be? How come I have to come over here and click manage definition? Why do I have to do that? And then when I do click manage definition, how come I don't actually see the actual definition of the thing that I have selected, which is the identity object? Why do I have to go in this stupid list, which is a modal, by the way, which is dumb, and go find the thing? I don't understand why I had to do this. And the name here doesn't match. This says identity object. When I go to manage definitions, I don't see identity object. I see identity, and obviously I can put two to two together, but I shouldn't have to because there are other things that have object in it. So it's stuff like that. So if I want to see this particular identity, I have to go and click it, and then I get a whole other thing. How do I close out of here? Oh, I accidentally click out and now it's gone. How do I get back? Well, I have to go to manage definitions again, and then I have to click on this thing again, and then I can do it. And you see that? The UI just shifted. I click on something and the whole UI changes. It's like, come on. Even I can make a better UI than this. And I consider myself a shitty UI developer. So if someone who is a shitty UI developer can do better than this, then what does that say about this? Some people have standards. I have standards. So, you may be like, oh, well, I don't understand how it's that big of a deal. It's a big deal to me. If you're going to be putting out mediocrity into the world, there are going to be people like me who have standards who are going to say it, who talk about it and put it out on blast. Another issue I'm having right now. This has a default value. Why isn't the default value showing up here as a placeholder? Long. Okay. And more importantly, why is it the wrong value? According to what I'm looking at over here, the value is 135 dot something. This is a float after all. This should be a dot. Normally, most computers will interpret this as an integer. Float, minimum negative 3.4 to maximum 3.4. Huh? Huh? That no, absolutely not. This is wrong. This right here is saying negative 3.4. It's times 10 to the 30. This is wrong. There is no such latitude or longitude that is that small or that large. Why can't I put up an acceptable range here? Let's see, read me. Let's see if we can read me. Let's see, acceptable ranges for float. I see I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, because, you know, documentation, the whole point of it is to be specific and accurate and precise, so that the end user who's using this thing knows what they can do. But if my tool doesn't give me the tool set I need to tell my users what it is that they need to do or how this thing is supposed to work, now it's starting to affect the user experience of the product. And I believe that a tool should never limit the user experience of a product. And that's what I'm starting to feel here right now. This person's, I'm not paused on what you mean to do. It's, I mean, I don't, okay. Like, I understand this, limit the range, because, you know, integers can be, you know, negative 3 billion to like positive 2.5 billion, whatever the right, or is it 4 billion? I don't know. That's a range. I think that's well understood, but maybe this person doesn't understand that. But this is also in code, and I wanted readme, and it didn't show me readme. What's just the optimal size of readme? Maybe I have to say readme.com. Okay. I'm gonna have to put it in the doc. Is it 180 on both? You think I know? Let me think. 180. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's one. Yeah, oh, it is. Okay, so it is 180 to negative 180. All right. I was like, it should be 360, but I didn't want to. I actually don't know if it's the same for longitude and latitude. So it looks like here it's negative 180. Or no? 180? Yeah, there it is. Plus minus 180. So now I need to know what is it for latitude. I think it might be the same, maybe, possibly. Let's look at this. Maybe it shows it. Latitude, oh, it's to 90. Okay. So latitude is, I want to say negative 90 to 90. If I'm not mistaken. I want to say it's negative 90 to 90, but I want to be sure. Like I said, I value being accurate. So we'll use this tool here and we'll just ask, what is the range for lat long coordinates? It should be, I think it's negative 90 to 90 and negative 180 to 180, but I don't know. Oh yeah. All right, cool. All right. Now I know. So this right here is going to be user's current latitude between negative 90 and 90. And I wonder if I should say degrees, because technically that's what it is. Like, do I want to put the unit here? I think I do. So we'll look for degrees. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't cause any weird issues. Acceptable. I know I said I'm not worried about descriptions, but this one I think I need to do it now. Acceptable values range from -90 to 90 degrees. Okay. And I think here we're saying with 4 degree, like 4 points of precision. All right. Okay, and it, oh my gosh, this is really annoying. So I can't make a change and save it and still have the thing. I had to do a bunch of clicks to get back. All right, we have country, first active, last active purchases, and IP. So I gotta make sure that this aligns with what I have in the code base, which I can no longer find again. Did I just lose my code base again? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, it's on another screen. Okay, so IP purchase, yeah, we're good. So I'm done with this one. That took too long. I'm now pissed off. All right, now we have, yeah, all right, cool. We have no query params, no body params. This is a get, of course. Header. View user. Is there nothing, no authentication for view user? Go to all symbols. New request part handler. Okay, users. User model maybe? Okay, users by alias. I'm assuming fetch is the thing that I'm looking for. I hope. Fetch go. Okay. All right, so we have fetch user. I'm assuming fetch is in viewer the same. It would be nice if they were consistent for people like me who aren't in the code base every day. It would also be dope, and I'm gonna make this smaller. You know, it's fine if I show like this one little snippet. There's nothing really interesting going on here, but notice how when I select, I can no longer see. Oh man, that's fun. All right, view is fine. All right, update is a patch, and we have path param. So we have app ID, label, and alias ID. And we also have these body params. So I had to go and check to make sure that these are accurate. This is update. All right, the request has app ID, alias, properties, subscription ID. Refresh, wait, subscription ID. Is that this? The thing that I can't see? Because who needs to see the full name of a thing? Who actually wants to see the text that they write? No, obviously I'd rather see this little asterisk right here that doesn't do anything useful. I'm sure some designer was like, oh, this is a good idea. This is a terrible idea. What I would have preferred to have seen is a checkbox with the is required, and I could go and click it, and hopefully, ideally, it would be all the way over to the right, out of the way. I'm going to assume that this is ID, but I'm not. I'm actually not going to assume that. I'm going to go and check to confirm. All right, it is ID. The issue is that it's not called OneSignal subscription ID in the request, and it's not clear that this is a header. Subscription ID here is parsed from the request header, and it's used to identify which subscription to the update session count. Okay, but who is doing the parsing? Where is that parsing happening at? Okay, parse requests. Here we are. We have URL params. We're gonna get those out. Alias URL parameters. Okay. The request body. We have properties. Wait a minute. Where's the body? Request body. Oh, here we are. Property. Okay, properties. Deltas. And there should be a refresh device metadata. Let me ask the team what they have to say about this. Okay. Refresh device metadata. All right, so I need to confirm if this is meant to be private. Request body. Format user properties. And then we're going to return the subscription properties. So we are returning it. We are doing something with it. Maybe, you know what? Maybe this is documented somewhere else in this file. Let's see. Request refresh device metadata. We're going to do a span update IP last. No, it's not documented. Yes, I really don't know if that's supposed to be documented or not. The other issue that I'm having is this one signal subscription ID. It's not clear. Like, where is, like, how is this coming out of the header? All right, let me see header. What is that? One signal subscription ID from stringer nil request get. Ah, this is wrong. Look at that. This is wrong. Okay, so this shouldn't be one. That it shouldn't be this. It's one signal subscription ID like that. Oh, whoa, no, it's not. I'm tripping. This is, wait a minute. Why aren't we consistent? Subscription ID. Yeah, we're using like a mix of hyphens and underscore, and I don't understand why. And I also don't understand if header get on request. What is this thing? What are we using? Where's the request at? Yeah, it's not clear if this get is case sensitive or not. Oh, perfect. He's giving me documentation. Oh, wait. No, this is internal. Oh, I can't show this. Let me move this over here. Let's see. For the REST API below, following does apply in the following examples. App idea submitted. API version information. All right, API endpoint overview. Identity object is a set of key value period. I'll get that. On signal. Subscription. Subscription of type push selected as one signal subscription ID. Yeah, we shouldn't be stylizing names and head, like, especially stuff like this. But it's not stylized in the code, so it's not clear if this is case insensitive or not. Let me see if he knows what the library is. Okay. So it seems like no, we have some like documentation that's been written here, but we don't. It doesn't answer my question. Like there's a lot of unknowns for me at the moment. Let me go ahead and save this right quick. I'm just going to assume that I can change it and that it's not case sensitive, or that it's not case insensitive. And let's make sure these headers are, wait, did this thing just take me to another page when I refresh? I think it did. All right, one signal, subscription ID, optional, and identifies a specific subscription to update. Why is that part of the header though? That's using the Go stand. Okay, all right, perfect. So the header should be case insensitive. Okay, perfect. And it's for internal use. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Comment would have been nice. Just saying. Okay, so it seems that the standard library. So let's see. Actually, I think I have Go on here. Let's see. Go. Do I have the docs? Yeah, I do. And we'll just go to the main page. We'll look for. Oops. We'll look for. Wait. HTTP request. Yeah, here we are. And there should be a get on this somewhere? Why don't I see Git? Is it? Oh, it's on header. Okay, let's find header. I don't see that either. Oh wait, here we are. Header. Header dot get. Okay. Get gets the first value associated with the given key. There are no values associated with the key. Get returns nothing. It is case insensitive. Okay, perfect. So I suppose had I known that it was using whatever the default, I don't know Go like that. Let me be clear. So I'm looking at Go code right now, and I'm looking at a project. I'm looking at project code I've never seen, literally. So, so everything that I've done so far is literally I'm figuring it out on the spot. So I've just learned that we're using the built-in whatever this is. What is this thing called? The built-in HTTP client package. I guess that's what it's called. I don't even know what it's called. I typed request, but maybe it's just called request or net HTTP. Okay, I think it's net/HTTP. Okay, I think I'm good on the update, at least on this part here, right? This part's good, except. Or is there an accept? No, there's no accept. Okay, perfect. Let's move on to delete user. And I'll be right back. The sun, it's hot as hell. Let me go lower the blinds. I'll be right back. All right. All right, now we're on delete user. Let's go look at that right quick. We'll go back to here. Shit, what did I just do? Oh God, excuse me. Okay, user, delete user. New endpoint. Delete API v1 apps. Our docs are saying, I wonder if this is actually right. The path of this is, okay. So, gosh, who told me? Someone told me to change this, and for some reason I can't remember names right now. See, asking, it was a little strange that we are parsing out request objects that way. Now can you see a use case for a flex string if we're expecting a request body to contain a single string? Not sure whether it's a JSON encoded string or plain text string. Yeah, I agree. so I think I gotta go to the infrastructure team. Gosh, I don't know the infrastructure team channel. We have so many channels. What is CFP support? What context? Okay, let me go to delete user here. All right, we have the app ID, alias label, alias ID. Nothing else. So we're good there. This is easy. Although these different responses, I would like to know why I would get these responses. All right, let's go on to view user. That was easy. There's nothing really to do there. So we'll go to view user identity. What? Identity. Okay. I guess I'll just have to go and look at the route, which is slow. I don't like doing that, but whatever. I'll do it. So alias identity, and the path would be apps. Where is it at? Yeah, apps, the app ID, users, by alias label, alias ID, identity. Yeah, I'm looking at the right one. Perfect. It's in the Devlog requests. Blog post deprecation. I know I did this, but I'm trying to think. This could be a typo. Design reviews, CFP report. Oh, okay. I think that's a call for a paper. Oops. I gotta go and update the Devrel support requests doc because someone is asking questions, and so this right here is CFP support. So I'm gonna edit that right quick. Let's see, where's my Devrel forms at? Team Devrel. Do I even have my team out? Oh yeah, I do. Developer relations. And how do I get to my forms? I have no idea where my forms are located right now. Maybe it's in Devrel backlog, maybe. Overview, let's see. List, calendar, workflow, general support requests, edit. Oops. CFP support. We'll say call for proposals. Okay, so okay. Move on. All right, so delete user. Let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so oh wait, no, I was looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at the right one. Perfect. I'm looking at the right one. So we have identity. We have the app ID, alias label, alias ID. Are there no headers for this? Verify requests. One signal ID. Where would the one signal ID be coming from? User aliases. I don't know where. I have no idea where this one signal ID is coming from. We're passing the, okay, maybe it's that. Maybe it's the app ID along with the alias. Oh, okay, I see. So resolve one signal do or render error. DOR, wait, ID or. Okay, that's weird. The D is capitalized. That's weird. So we're going to resolve the one signal ID. All right, so we get the one signal ID. Okay. I'm surprised there's no auth. All right, I guess I should ask the user data team. Okay. So I only have one question on this, but it looks like we're good. No, they're all in the right place. They're all path params. So I'll move on. We have path params again. We have the app ID and the subscription ID. App ID subscription ID. We're good there, so I'll move on. We have app ID, alias label, alias ID, and then a body params call. All right, so I gotta go and verify this. It says that it's an identity object, but let's see if it's the same one that I ended up touching earlier. Yes. So the identity object is a little bit weird because technically the only thing on there would be no ID, but there could be this other thing that's just like raw JSON or whatever. Yeah, this one is a little bit weird because you can put whatever you want. I think it'll just get like rolled up and under aliases. I'll leave that alone for now. This is mostly right. It's like 90% right. We have app ID, subscription ID, app ID, subscription ID, identity again. I'll move on. Delete is app ID, alias label, alias ID, alias label to delete. Okay, all right. And that's all. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Okay, so this user's done. I'm done. As you can see, there is a lot more. That took, I don't know, how long have I been streaming? That took 2 hours to get to here, to just do one piece of that. Okay, I'll move on to subscriptions. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna break this down a little bit more. So we'll do for user model APIs. Wait, I can't just duplicate this? I can, okay. So this isn't gonna be for user model APIs. This is gonna be for notification APIs. And there should be another one for segments and like configuration, I think. No, I'm not working on this. This is planned. And I'm gonna mark this medium because it's not the same level priority. Okay, so this is, why did, endpoint for, this is gonna be segments. We'll do templates. Yeah, I may be able to finish the user stuff today. In fact, that's the plan. I want to finish this now. So app ID, alias label, app ID, alias label ID, and then subscription in the body. A partial object is allowed. What? I could have swore I just saw a partial object that's allowed right here. What? I'm confused. Oh, it says it. Okay. It's that UI shift again. My gosh. It even shifts it over. All right. This shifts over to the right and then this shifts down. That is weird. Oh, okay. That's weird. I wish that I can rename these things. I wish that like there was a place that I can go that I can edit this not inside of a modal. And it would be also awesome if I could select which one of the properties that it has to be, because obviously you can have a full object or a property, but you may have a different view of that. Or in TypeScript though, it's a partial. So there's no way to specify this in this tool that I'm using here. It'd also be dope if I can get like dark mode. I have an incredibly bright monitor. It's hard to see. Let me right click. Just make sure I don't have any things I gotta respond to for work. Okay, so there's nothing that I need to respond to, but I should delete my draft to that message. And let's go to all. February 1st. Sure. Next Thursday. Oh no, that's this week. Oh wow, dang, my week is already full. Let's see what I got tomorrow. I think tomorrow's a long day. No, it's not. Okay, I mean it is, but not as long as on Thursday. Oh, Black History Month. Look at that. I wonder how many black people actually know their history. And when I say they, I know my history. That's why that's why I'm wondering how many other people know. All right, I have a user model release, and then I have a call at 7:30. Yeah, I have a long day on Thursday. So what I think I may do, and this is kind of like, week planning or whatever. I'm definitely gonna get through, the stuff, making sure that the params and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably end up finishing that this week. But I'm probably gonna end up working kind of late on Thursday. Later, I mean, my meeting ends at 8:30, but I'll probably end up doing a little bit more work. And I may wake up extra early on Friday to kind of get some stuff done. That way, in the second half of the day, I can. Oh wait, do I have a meeting on Friday evening? It's optional. All right, yeah. So that way on Friday, I'll have the most amount of time to focus on recording the unboxing of the Vision Pro, as well as to record my initial impressions and setup. So I do want to record all of that, getting all the things set up, that experience, get that video out. And I'll probably do 2 videos this week because I didn't get my video out yesterday. So I'll probably do 2 or 3, and it'll probably be Vision Pro specific. So do expect that. I'm expecting to get the shipping notification either tomorrow or the day after, because it's supposed to arrive on Friday. Typically when Apple ships me stuff to like here, I think it's FedEx generally. Yeah, I think it's No, it's UPS. I'm sorry. It's generally UPS, and the UPS shipping that they use, they usually deliver to my house before 1, so around 11 noon. So I expect to have my Vision Pro, ready to start doing stuff around 2 or 3 p.m. on Friday. Hopefully, maybe it'll come earlier, around 10. Sometimes I get stuff earlier than noon. All right, let me finish this up so I can mark something done. Subscription. Update subscription. Yeah, we should definitely be authenticating this. Awesome. When should authentication be enabled for this endpoint? Wait, what? What? What is this doing? Like, what? I don't understand. What does this do? Alright, whatever. Okay. I'm going to accept that is right because I've already looked at the subscription object. I've already done some work on that, so we're good there. Let's move on. We have app ID and subscription ID and nothing else. Okay. Delete subscription, app ID, subscription ID. Okay. And then transfer has an app ID and the subscription ID. App ID, subscription ID, and then the identity. I'm surprised that none of this is authenticated. Okay, this line in that link file starts with the auth. Let me check. Wait. I guess it's verify request. Let's see. Let's take a look at that function, see what it's doing. Verify requests. Required auth. Is auth required? Okay, so I guess that's the first thing. So we'll get required auth. If there's no required auth, we'll return nil. Okay. All right, how does required auth? What's required? What makes it required? So cache, we're going to get cached app flag value. If that's not equal null, we'll return it. Otherwise, query app with cacheable fields. Okay, we pass in our context in the app ID. The app is equal to nil. The app does not exist, so it can't require email auth. Is auth required will return whether an app has required email auth flag. I must be looking at the wrong one. Is auth required? Is auth required? Is auth will return whether an app has required email auth flag. Did I click on the right one? Require email auth. All right. Anyway, so this is all done. Like, user model is done. Or is it? View notification. Yeah. Cool. User model is now done. Perfect. So mark that as done. What I think I'm going to end up doing is submitting a PR to put comments for what these things are doing, so that in the future, if either I or someone else, like, I don't know, hopefully my team grows, they can see what things they're supposed to do in the code, so that they're not have to figure it out like I do. What do I need to know for Wednesday for accommodation? Wednesday? Oh. Oh, this code pass goes down now. Okay. Verify valid request for the app is eternal. Validated. Okay, if the app doesn't have authentication enabled, we always consider the request validated. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So, auth header, get authorization. Yeah, there must be several is auth required themajigs. Although I don't see it. Okay, so we're done with the user stuff. We're good. What's the next one that I can do? The easiest one, the shortest one, the one that takes the least amount of time. I'm gonna do the one that takes the longest amount of time. Actually, I it seems weird, but I would rather do the one that's harder first, which is the notification stuff. So let's start there. Create notification. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's really no good way. I understand why we've done it this way. I think it has a lot to do with the limitation of the tool. Because all of that here, all of these things should be under body params. Actually, let's see, send after. How is that done? Wow. So we can dump HTML in here. It's interesting that we can dump HTML in here, but we can't dump Markdown because everything else is written in Markdown. This is interesting. This is weird. Yeah, all right. So this is gonna be a lot. So while I understand why we've done it this way, if I want to enable people to be able to create their request using our docs here, I'll show you what I mean. So let's say I add this object here and I put like CN. We should see something happen here, but I don't. Let's put a weird app ID. Yeah, this isn't working. Request. Oh, there we are. There we go. See? So if I want to enable people to use this, whatever this is, to create a request and to be able to see all the different languages of that particular request, I need to have all of these things here. But here's the problem with that. I would like to include, what do you got? Like this stuff right here. Like, no, this is, oh my gosh, there's no good way of doing this. Let's see what, who's someone whose docs I use often, who I like. I use GitHub a lot. I do, yeah, I'm gonna use GitHub as my reference. Why not? I have a vested interest in the GitHub docs. Let's see, is it developer github.com? Okay, and we'll go to the API. And what's one of the APIs? Which one do I know the most? I know most of them. I'll just take pulls. We'll go to pulls. Oops. See, this is what I want here. This is what I need, right? So you see the path parameters, or you see headers, query params, and then, there's like, how do you actually do stuff? So I would like to do this. And I think the only way to really do that, and this is going to be a bigger shift. So I may end up having to do like a copy, like I copy this document right here and then play around with it. But what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is under this create notification, instead of this being like push channel properties, email channel properties, all that kind of crap, what I think I'll do is have, send notification or push notification to specific users or subscriptions, whatever whatever word we want to use. And then that way I can have all of this be a part of the body, and it'll be a lot easier. Because if you read this, like this is a little confusing, where it's like you're in the create notification and you're like send the segments, all that kind of stuff. But in reality, maybe we should have like, send push notification to segment. send push notification to users or filtering or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, each one of these should probably be its own page instead of one single one. That's going to be a bigger change. I'm not going to do that today. That's a lot of work. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push that off till tomorrow, because I have to establish a new pattern, and whenever I establish new patterns, it takes a while. So because I'm now realizing that I'm gonna have to split this out, let me go ahead and put that in Asana. So we'll say, where is that at? For notifications, and then I'll just put in here, after reviewing the state of this doc, I believe the best course of action is to split these docs into their respective use cases. So we'll say something along the lines of like, e.g. we're gonna have, what are we gonna do? We're gonna send push notification, and then I'll just put this right here. So we'll say push email. We'll do this email. What's the other one that I just saw? SMS. And then I'll just put etc because I don't know what else it could be. So we'll say send push to segment. And then all of these are kind of gonna be the same. So we'll say send to users based on a filter. Filters. So we'll just say a filtered set. I'll come up with better names eventually. And then we want to filter by usage. Filter, wait a minute, what? Send users based on filter usage. Oh, this is how do you use filters. Okay, formatting filters. Okay, and then we sending to a specific user. To a set of users. All right, and then this is going to be send to a specific user or to specific users. So we'll just say filtered by attributes, and this would be filtered by. Technically, it wouldn't be a filter. We'll be telling it exactly what we want. And platform to deliver to. Okay, this will no longer need to be this is only here because we're grouping all of these together. Like just create notification, I think. We'll just say send all of these to a specific platform, but I think it would just be web or something like that. Yeah, so we'll say send push to specific platform. All right, I'll have to figure out how to deal with that. I think this is all push specific. By default, one signal will send to every platform. It's only send to specific platforms you pass true in one of these. Okay, so target email or target channel string push email. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a bigger project. I wish that I can say this is a fairly comprehensive set of changes, so will take a while. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I think I've done enough for the right now. Wait. Yeah, I think I've done enough of this for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. And no, I hit my stream target. That's all that matters. So given that I've hit my target, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I don't know if I'm going to do a what do you call it? A stream today, like a not a work stream today. We'll see how I feel. It's obviously 6 o'clock, so there is a low likelihood, but I may be back. If I am back, I will be working on my excuse for content that I was working on the other day, or recording random content so I can have a video to edit maybe before my Vision Pro comes. So yeah, hopefully you got something out of watching me sit here and complain about why things aren't working. I just had to move my monitor back for whatever reason. Somehow it's I don't know. I'm out. Peace. Y'all have a good rest of the day.